Wind up my white walls, night falls. I'm feeling good. I'm doing things that you never would. Like surfing with the sharks or shooting in the dark. Riding on a bike with my grandson at the...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. This week, we've got teams who went in opposite directions last week.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Now a first down throw. Gone. Flush to his right. And some room to roam now. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now gone. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 63 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
He gets away from 1. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Third and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. Trying to barrel up in there. But I don't think he got it. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Gurley. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Gurley unable to punch it in on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. And tough starting field position here. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On second down, Rawls. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's got room past the 20. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. A nice strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that, because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Wilson to give to Rawls. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. Third down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, it's Austin. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Beasley now to return. Spinning away. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 19. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. Got some room at the 30. And he cuts it back left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On first down, Wilson. Being chased out left. They find some open field here. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On second down, here's Wilson. He hits Beasley right side. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
Gurley again here on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, LA! Tavon Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. Drops it underneath for Rawls. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a give. Right side, it's Rawls. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, rolls again, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he finds Beasley complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Red zone opportunity. They'll try to run with Rawls. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. They got a man. It's Woods. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A second quarter score from Carson. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his running back, Rawls. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Right to Rawls. And now running right through it. There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rawls with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And the big tight end shifting around. On 1st and 10, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it fly for Austin. The swing pass caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They go again with Rawls. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. second down following the incompletion. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Territory just across midfield at the 49. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a good explosive run right there, and it brings up an interesting little dilemma, doesn't it? 4th and inches, got to decide what they want to do now. Not sure they expected to be in this situation with what they were facing on 3rd down.
And Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Rolls. 1 yard is the gain. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
If he indeed got it, he didn't get it by much. This is a great push up front, but I think the nose of the football does make it over the line to gain. And whoa, that was definitely cutting it close.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Being chased out left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd quarter in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Rawls. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision.
That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And some room to work. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. Letting one go deep for the ends. And this is going to be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
First down, this is Rawls. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 9. A big run that time by Rawls. 71 yards. First and goal here from the 9. Now Wilson. Incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Wilson on second down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cole Beasley, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores. Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win? Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff, eluding the pressure right. Launching one for Henderson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it. They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were... Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And some space here. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll hand to Rawls. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Second down now after the incompletion. Back to throw. Goff. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Gone. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And out now come the Seahawks. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. 20th carry for Thomas Rawls. Runs over it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
But we always talk about good down and